Alright, what's going on YouTube? This is my plumbing segment. This is pretty much the layout of everything that you're going to need. I'm doing mine without any expensive bulkheads. So, some people agree with that, some people don't. My plan is, well, first I got inch drain line. I'm going to have 2 drain lines and then 3/4 inch return. I'm actually going to use black vinyl tubing. As you can see, here's the little nipple for the black vinyl tubing, but I bought a big long piece instead. And what I've done is I've cut the 3/4 inch tubes just enough to where pretty much when you put, these are going to be my ABS fittings for, these are going to be my directional for water for the return. I'm not using lock line or anything like that. Too expensive for me. But anyway, so what's basically going to happen, and other supplies you need, the cleaner and the PVC glue, the all-purpose cement, epoxy, and clear aquarium safe silicone, some pliers, because if you pull out, you get one of these stuck in there, it's really hard to get out. And then I used a hacksaw, and I used a bench grinder actually to smooth out everything and try to get these somewhat even. It's not really a huge deal. One thing I will say is you don't want, because basically what's going to happen is I'm going to PVC these together and then stick them into the return, and then this will be the outside of the tank and this will be inside, and this one will move, won't be glued, so I can kind of move it around if I want to change flow or anything. But this, right on the lip, will be epoxied, and then there'll be a bead of silicone around it. So that's the same way with the drain lines. The inside is not going to be glued, but the outside facing going to the sump is going to be epoxied and silicone. So, one quick note on my tank: the 1 inch holes for the return lines, the PVC was just barely, the 3/4 inch PVC wouldn't fit in there, so I started off with just like a little kind of Dremel tool with a grinding wheel on it, but that didn't really work. So what I ended up doing is just going back to the 1 inch hole saw and kind of just moved it in and out and just bored out the holes just a tiny little bit. It worked fine, no problems, no cracking or anything like that. But yeah, so I'm going to start gluing all this together, and I'm not going to permanently glue the drain lines in yet, because I need to know the exact placement of my PVC, and I don't want to have to, deal with that. So those aren't going to be going in completely until I'm ready to set up, and all I got to do is cement them in and it should be good. But I'm going to cut all the lengths and everything and dry fit everything. So, but I will glue in the returns, so that'll be next. Alright YouTube, this is the final plumbing configuration. Walk you through it real quick. I got my bulkheads siliconed in, and they go straight down to union, so I can just take off all the plumbing if I want to, and then drop down. And this one with the ball valve, if you look at the overflow, come over here. Here's the overflow. I need another 90. This 90 will go straight up. I'm looking for some black ones or some ABX gray ones. But this will be the full siphon. This is the far one. Originally it was going to be over here, but it didn't really work that way with the plumbing because it was kind of tight. So this will be the full siphon, and this one will be straight up just in case there's an emergency and this one gets blocked. But anyway, so this is the full siphon, drops down. You can control it right here from the front or the back with this valve, right here, and then it drops down into the filter sock holder. And then this one, this is the emergency. If an emergency, it just overflows, drops down, and drops straight into the tank. I don't have to worry about that being quiet because it doesn't need to be, because it's not going to be used unless there's emergency. And then it'll be nice to let them know. And then I got these gray ABX fittings. They're adjustable. What I did do, if you take a look right here, there's some little O-rings, and I'm going to push those right up against there, and just be a, you know, they're all on all the fittings, and they'll just be a, you know, extra added protection. And there's the other one. So all the flow is going to be coming down this way, and I'm going to have 2 Corellias on each side if we need more flow. From the front, there's the plumbing. You can kind of see it. One cool thing about the unions is they kind of spin a little. So when I'm ready to change the filter sock, I just spin it out a little bit, and I can pull the filter sock out real easily. So that's my plumbing, and hopefully we'll have this tank up and running here soon. Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe.